Good morning, YouTube friends and family. Guess what? We have finally arrived at day 10 with our sourdough starter. I would love to hear how you alls are doing. I know a lot of you had like trips or reasons, that you weren't going to start yet. So another reminder, there is an entire sourdough playlist that will have all 10 days plus some sourdough recipes. So are you ready for the big reveal? I'm so proud of you, Winston. Looky, looky. So if you remember yesterday when we fed, it was about this high. So he's pretty much doubled in size. He smells amazing. I, on this ferment, did not get any type of alcohol or, as I like to call it, boozy smell. I just have nice fermented grain. So, what are we going to do today? More of the same. Let me grab my cup. I knew I forgot something. Oh, goodness. So first thing, as we always do, we are going to stir down Winston. So oh gosh, yeah. Y'all look at the texture of Winston. See the difference? And now he's going to deflate because we're going to let all the fermentation gases out. But he is still really nice. You're such a good boy. Oh, y'all. I spend too much time alone. No, I shouldn't say that. I had a lovely visit with my neighbor yesterday. Hello to Grace. And Scott and Miles and Anna and Lucy. I'll get it all out. Y'all, I shared, I'm getting ready to do a sourdough class. Honestly, Kim, really, soap making class. I got sourdough on the brain this morning. 2 weeks from tomorrow. So I've been doing a lot of cleaning. And so that's why I'm going to try to keep the view in tight. But I had a couple things that I'm not using that I really wanted to share or gift to someone that could use them. So Grace came over, and Grace is the person that made my lovely wellness homesteader sign. So I asked her, she lives in an 1800s house, right on the property next door. And they have gutted their kitchen down to the studs. It's gonna be so gorgeous. And I asked her, I said, I know you can't do sourdough right now because you don't have a kitchen. Would you like some starter? So I'm gonna split Winston this morning, and I'm gonna give her half, and I'm gonna keep half. And then we'll talk just briefly, y'all. Y'all gotta be getting tired of me. I'm not tired of you all though, but all right. So the final day of the feeding is, and I want to show you how much more pourable this is, how much Winston has changed. It's the same 200, 200, 200. But look how easily that pours. Winston. Okay. You're good. Now, I really, really believe, y'all, that measuring your water and mixing it into the starter just makes it so much easier. And someone had asked a very good question. How much flour? And I pinned the comment, but y'all aren't like hanging in my comments. I understand that. Sorry, y'all. I got it in the shoulder from all my scrubbing. Oh, excuse me. How much flour did you actually use? The total for the 10 days is 1,250 grams, which is the equivalent of about 5.5 cups. Not a ton of flour, y'all. And we're going to talk about maintenance here in a minute. But I thought that was a really good question, and I had to do a little bit of math to figure that out. Let's pop this in the microwave. And I will also share with you all, this is for Grace. We had quite the windstorm last night. I hope you all, if you were in the path of the storm, did not have any damage. I just want to show y'all. Okay, that's too much. Winston getting greedy on me here. I don't want to get it too much for her. But she does have a bigger family. And so, you know, sometimes just stir it. I do want to make sure she has like the full amount. All right. So, pardon me. Hanky Panky Frankie is as afraid of storms as his mom. He didn't sleep well. I didn't sleep well. So it is 4:15. One thing, I am the drop coordinator for Azure for my location, and bless the driver's heart, he had a flat tire in Indiana, so they sent a delay notice. It was supposed to be 9:15 this morning. You know, and stuff happens, guys. I'm certainly not upset about it. And part of being the drop coordinator is you get like a gratuity, I think they call it. I don't know. It's like a credit on your account, depending on the size of your order, because of course the bigger the order, the more things you have to deal with, you know, with questions and just helping people, which I don't mind doing. I very much enjoy. Well, then I got another text that said, Anthony's tire has been repaired and he's on his way. It'll be there at 9:15 today, Friday. And I'm like, that can't be right. Anthony, I think they made a mistake. Well, then they came back and said, oops, clerical error. And each time they send an email, they send a text. So then all the questions started pouring in. So, and relatively late for me at night. So yeah, it was a little bit of a restless night, but we are not supposed to have wind today. So I'm very, very grateful for that. All right, so there's our 200 of starter, our 200 of water. And did I get that all in there? And we're gonna do our 200 grams of rye flour, and we're gonna do this for each one. Y'all, I've cleaned out all my cupboards and drawers, can't find a thing, but they're very organized. They look nice. All right. So you're probably wondering, today is Friday, so you will see this on Saturday, but yesterday I did 2 videos, one the regular sourdough, and then I made the sourdough crackers. Oh my word, y'all, those are so good. You really need to try it. I am a lover of crackers. Okay, almost there. A little bit more. A little bit more. And a little bit less. There we go. 200 on the nose. So, I do have Miss Lori's starter in the refrigerator. I will take that out and wake it up because I am going to be making some sourdough items. First thing I'm going to make is sourdough bread, but since I'm giving away my pour off today, I won't be making bread from it. But I will bring you a video on how to make sourdough bread in the bread machine according to, I have a Zoji Rushi, but I have a recipe book. It's, I don't know, like 500 bread recipes or something. It's a whole bunch for bread machines. So I'll share that with you. But the big one I want to do is the comparison between AP flour, done Miss Lori over at Whippoorwill Holler's method, as against the raw grain sourdough. Now, I will share, Miss Lori had said, and this was her husband's mother who made this, she would just leave it out, feed it occasionally, and she left it out, oops, at room temperature at all times. Oh, thankfully it's thick and it doesn't make a huge mess. So I'm choosing to refrigerate, take it out, warm it up, feed it. So I'm doing it a little bit different than she did it, but I still think it'll be fine. Clean this rim. And then I want to talk to you about, okay, now you have sourdough. What do you do with Winston? So anytime I make sourdough, bread, products, anything that needs to rise, not crackers, which crackers really, you don't want them to rise in this format, I will feed it. And when it starts to come up on the rise, that's when I take off, pour off, so to speak. So let's say I have plenty of bread on hand. I don't need any bread. I've just made sourdough bread. What do I do with Winston? Because if you leave him out, you're going to have to feed him on the regular, which just uses a lot of flour and maybe way more sourdough starter than you want to have on hand. So you put it in your refrigerator, and when you are ready to store it, what you're going to do is give it like 100. That's a good amount to store. If you want more, you can do 200, 200, 200. So basically what I'm saying is equal parts of starter, water, and flour. Let it warm up for about 30 minutes, then put it in the refrigerator. It is good, depending on the authority you read, anywhere from a week to 30 days. Guys, I've totally left it 30 days and been able to wake it up. But the true directions, which I got from Miss Heather over at the Needy Homesteader, is you can do it weekly, feed it weekly. So let's say a week from now, I'm ready for another loaf of sourdough bread. What am I going to do? Well, I'm going to pull out Winston. I'm going to let him warm up. Now, for me, that takes about 2 hours, so just let it warm to room temperature. I will feed him 100, 100. And then the next day, I will increase it to 200, 200, 200, pulling off some of the starter each time. And then it's ready to use. So I don't just pull it out of the fridge and go for it. You will have the best results if you feed it over 2 days at room temperature to wake it up. So it does take some forethought and planning. I have such admiration for our ancestors who didn't have things like ready-made yeast and bread machines and had to really come up with ways to produce their own leavening, so to speak. So sourdough is a very old art, going back, some sources I read said 1700s it became popular. So, our ancestors were smart, that's for sure. So what am I going to do today? I am going to go ahead, I'm going to feed the second batch here that I'm going to gift. I'm going to let Winston set out. I'm not going to refrigerate him yet because I'm going to do some baking. Pardon me. Not today. Oh, goodness, y'all. I need a break from all these YouTube videos. But I'll feed him tomorrow just like we did today. And, maybe tomorrow I'll be ready to make some English muffins and do a video. I hope you all haven't been overwhelmed with all these videos. I've really tried to make sure that people that weren't interested in the sourdough series had something else to watch, although some of it was relative to sourdough starter. But I hope you've enjoyed it. I appreciate each and every one of you so much. This morning we have 3,824 subscribers. Thank you to all my returning. Welcome to all my new. I'm so glad to have you here. So today's Friday. I do have a video Okay, well, okay, this is Saturday for you. Y'all, it's Saturday. I have another video up today, unrelated to sourdough. And then I'm not going to see you again. Ignore the cat on the countertop. I usually try to wait till he's taken a nap before I make a video. Don't get into the sourdough. But I will have a video up for Tuesday. So I'll probably go back to a more normal schedule next week. But it's been lovely hearing from all of you. So many lovely comments and compliments, and I appreciate it. Thank you to, oh no, Australia. The gal that named Violet. Oh my word. I'm having a brain blip. Someone made the comment about the Miley Cyrus song. I came in like a wrecking ball, you know, and I did Weck versus Ball. So I'm totally going to steal that. Frida. It's early, y'all. I need another cup of coffee. So thank you for that. I hope you got a chuckle out of that as well. I will see you all on Tuesday. Y'all have a very blessed weekend. Be thinking about your spring gardens. I hope you get some delightful weather and no storms. So don't forget to smash that like button. Share the video, share the series. And until I see you on Tuesday, be healthy, be well, be blessed. Take care.